Hey everybody, it is Tuesday and it's 2 o'clock, so that means it is time for Top 5 Tuesday. I am Kate Dillon, your host from CrateInsider.com, and we'll give just a moment here for some people to jump on the call, and let me grab what our giveaway is this week. Here we go. And what we are giving away this week is our new Crate Insider white t-shirt. So here we go, the one source for crate racing tech and more. It's always, I mean, seriously, you guys should try doing this in front of a webcam because it's so funny. You think it's a mirror, but it's not. Like selfie cams, they totally spoil us in that you've got a selfie cam and whichever way you move, it's like a mirror. And it mirrors everything. But what's nice about a webcam is it is real. It's just like a real view, so you can actually read the words, but it's just hard to know which side to go to. So yeah, I see lots of people saying, hey. So hey, Jim, Justin, and James, thank you all. Dave's here too. Oh, great looking shirt. Thank you so much. And so we're just getting things kicked off here, and that's what our giveaway is today. And I see a lot of y'all already know how to do this, but if you're new here, if you want a chance to win our shirt, all you need to do is leave a comment. And at the end of this video, I will bring up random number generator, and however many comments there are, I punch that number in, and then it spits out a number. And like if it's number 18, then I just scroll down to find the 18th comment, and that's the person who wins. So anyway, I try to make it simple. I mean, comments aren't numbered or anything. I just have to kind of manually do it, but we figure it out. It's all good. So with that, let's go ahead and jump in. I've got a couple of new things. One of them actually it is 2 new products, but in case you missed it, if you run a 604 dirt late model, we just released a video last week, just put up the product onto the website, and they are a new set of headers from ProFab. We were really blown away. We were doing some dyno testing, and they said, hey, let's try out these headers, and they made more power. Now, it's 5 horsepower. Is it the difference between being 10th and 1st? No, and it really depends on your program because they are a spendier header. But if you're really looking for a great quality that can last a long time, I mean, those guys really impressed me when they told me that there were super late model teams out there that have been running the same set of headers for 5 years. I'm like, wow. I've sold a lot of headers, and I've yet to see anybody who's able to use the headers for 5 years, not racing on a consistent basis. So the quality is really incredible, but they are a higher price point. I mean, it is what it is. So anyway, if you run a 604 dirt late model, definitely check out the video I posted last week. You'll see it on our YouTube channel, or you'll see it over here on Facebook, wherever you happen to be catching this video, because of course I'm here live on Facebook, but when this video is done, then I go ahead and post it to YouTube too. So whichever. Anyway, so there's that. I wanted to point something out to you guys though, because over the weekend I was at Pittsburgh's Pennsylvania Motor Speedway, or PPMS. And since I was going up there, and I talk to you guys all the time about, well, not about all the time, but I talk to you about, really building your legacy, filming your races, and the opportunities we have today that just didn't even exist. Back when my dad was racing, for instance, we didn't have GoPros. I mean, they literally didn't even exist. So I decided to put it's rather than just talk about it, I decided to show what that would do. And so it was really interesting to me that I had a GoPro on John Waters' car, and we did the heat race. And then I thought, hey, I'm going to go ahead and download that footage. I'm going to just put it on my phone. I'm going to cut the boring parts, because obviously you start the GoPro, before you go out there, and then it's going to go all the way back to the pit, and nobody wants to see that. So I just trimmed the front and the back and just put it up there and just put it up on Facebook. And the number of views, and in fact, you'll be able to see. So look on my Facebook page. Take a look at how many views a Top 5 Tuesday video gets versus like the heat race video. And, of course, I'm somebody who does spend quite a bit of money with Facebook. I do run a business, but I wanted to do an experiment and see how many people would watch this video without putting any advertising dollars behind it. And I think last time I looked, it was a lot. I mean, it was like a whole bunch of shares. And then that just shows me exactly what I've been talking about, that what a great opportunity for you guys, that it's such a lower cost today. I mean, it's still like $450 by the time you've got the GoPro and the case and this SD card and the mount to go on your race car. It ends up, just over $400. but the number of fans that you could reach. I mean, think about all of the people that would car, and you can bring that experience right to them. I mean, just right wherever they are, whether they're on their phone, whether they're on a computer, kind of whatever. And just, I mean, honestly, it's a public service in some ways, but over the course of time, you're going to get more viewers on your Facebook page, and that can include sponsors as well. And it really just spirals into something really great for, you know, really for the whole sport, I would say. So that was my little experiment. I just wanted to tell you guys about that. And that way you get an idea. And I love your opinions here. Let's see. And I need a recommendation for a spark plug for E85 engines. And you don't think it'd be the same? No, we use the same plug. We use those NGK R5724-8s. And it doesn't matter. We've been using them with, there's guys that use pump gas, there's guys that use E85, and guys that use oxygenated fuels, alcohol, really all of those. We recommend that same plug. It's just right for the heat range for the 604. So it is really a good solution for all of those things. So with that, I mean, and let me know if you guys have any questions when it comes to anything video, really, because I do tons of it. I have cameras, I've got GoPros, I've got phones. I mean, and I use whatever. Plus I was live. I mean, that was different. I don't go live with a phone very much. So it was like irritating as hell that I had to be vertical. God, I hate that. I mean, a vertical video has its place, but when you're at a racetrack, it kind of sucks. It just sucks, but it's the only way to go live these days with a phone. So it's like, it is what it is. Anyway, with that, let's go ahead and jump right into Top 5 Tuesday. And in the number 5 spot this week, we have our Daytona 1 3060 gear oil right here. Gosh, let me get closer so you can actually see it. Oh, yep, there we go. And this is fantastic, especially in quick change rear ends. I have a lot of guys with great results from the 3060 gear oil. It definitely makes more power than, say, you know, like your standard oil that you would put into a rear end. And it really holds up. It cuts down on parasitic drag. You're going to get more horsepower at the rear wheels with the gear oil. And this runs 68.19 for a gallon. And that is a 3060 gear oil. Next up, in the number 4 spot, for my customers who run 602s, this is our custom fit plug wire set. So these are made for, you know, under header design there for your 602. And you've got all 8 wires in here. In fact, let's go ahead and open this up because this is always fun. I never know what's going to happen on Top 5 Tuesday. I do plan, obviously. Otherwise, I wouldn't even be able to say any of this. But what happens when we're going, I don't really know. Oh, yeah. See, I think I've looked at these before. But so these are Moroso wires. And what I like about them is, because I thought this was going to be the case, but see how they actually have the cylinder marked on them. You know, obviously they're different lengths. So like our number 2 cylinder right there is going to be a different length than, well, they're all different lengths. But it's really convenient because that way you've got exactly the right size of wires for your plug wires. And this is the 602 set. These run $98.95. And if you're looking in the store, you can just look up for custom fit. Look under the ignition section and you'll see them because we have a set like this for 604s as well. But these are the 602 set. And then also at the end of this video, I will, if you're watching on Facebook, I'll have links in the comments to all the products I'm talking about. Or if you're watching it on YouTube later on, then just in the description will be all the links. So with that, then that was in the number 4 spot. In the number 3 spot, oh, yeah, I was a little in a hurry. I've been on a couple of conference calls today. So, yeah, I just ran to the shop, grabbed my products, and ran back to my office. So that was that. So why not just go ahead and do a quick little tutorial on how this works. So a race fan, and this is going to be in the number 3 spot here, is our 19-inch 4-blade race fan. So how you get it is it comes, you've got the hub here, and you've got the blades. You'll also have hardware for you to put it, to actually secure everything. But what we're gonna do here is just put these blades in. And one little trick, this is why, well, it's worked out that it was the 4-blade, but one little trick with this is that it's not gonna be an even number of holes all the way around. So I always have to kind of mess with it a little bit. There we go. So what I mean by that is let's look at the empty holes. So we've got one hole here, we've got one hole here. They're across from each other. And then on this side, we've got two holes that are open here, two holes that are open here. So you see what I mean now, where it's not exactly, it's like two open holes between each blade. It's going to be ones across from each other and twos across from each other. So these blades just kind of slide in here very easily, but then you put the bolts in. That's a whole nother project. That's bolts with the washers and the nuts. But what's really cool, I love this because I get very frustrated that race car parts normally don't come with instructions. It's totally frustrating to me. So what I really like about this is, check it out. Right here on the back, it tells you exactly how much to torque those nuts to. So you can torque them to 140 for inch-pounds or 12 foot-pounds of torque is what you want to do with your bolts. So I just love that they really thought of that. Instead of putting in a piece of paper, they went ahead and had it laser etched on here. So it's a constant resource for you. And then, what's great about the race fans is the fact that they're so versatile. Because if you start with a 4-blade, all you have to do in order to make this a 3-blade is just take off one of the blades. Obviously, you need to reposition these. But now we just went from, let's see, and now this is one where it's going to have an even number of open holes. So in this case, we've got 3 open holes here. We have 3 open holes here, and we have 3 open holes here. So that way you know that they're evenly dispersed. Plus, you can just look at it and go, well, that either looks right or it doesn't look right. And that's how that goes. But love the race fans. These do come in a 17-inch version now, but this happens to be the 19-inch version. Either way, they're the same prices. So 2-blade in 19-inch is the same price as a 2-blade 17-inch. So in this case, this is a 4-blade 19-inch fan, and it runs $265. Next up, in the number 2 spot here, get my products out, is our oil change kit. So I see a lot of guys are preparing for those last races of the year, and this would be our Schaefer's oil change kit. It comes with 7 quarts of Schaefer's oil, and it comes with our Wix 51061R, our oil filter, and this will work for 602s or 604s. And so again, it's 7 quarts of oil and an oil filter. You've got it right there in one kit, so you've got exactly what you need for your oil change, rather than having to buy cases and then you're two quarts shy over here or whatever. So just make it easy and just say 7 quarts of oil and an oil filter. You've got one button to click. It's super easy. And then, of course, we keep these in stock and send them out right away. So that is our oil change kit, and it runs $71.99. Now, lastly, in our top spot this week, in the number 1 spot, see what I mean? I totally rushed from the shop, so I didn't even open this up. So after the bubble wrap, oh, for goodness sake, here we go. Always have a scissors or knife or something. There we go. Anyway, there we go. Here's our air filter. I think you guys get the idea. Oh, man, this is like Christmas over here. Okay, there we go. Oh, my goodness, it's getting hooked on my chair. All right, here we go. This, in the number 1 spot this week, is our 4-inch Walker air filter. Now, this is an oiled air filter and comes pre-oiled. So like literally once you get it out of the plastic and the bubble wrap, you can just drop this right on your car. And these are cleanable and washable. In fact, we sell the entire cleaning kit, and it comes with the oil. The oil's blue, which I found out the hard way when one of them broke. I mean, just a random thing there. But anyway, our 4-inch air filters, or Walker air filters, they run $99. And so that is Top 5 Tuesday for October 9th, 2018. And let's see, let me double check and see if there's any questions over here. And then I'll bring up random number generator as well. So you take a look at any. Oh, got lots of great people there. Travis and Chelsea. Oh, and I make it fun. That's great. I try, but this is let's see. Oh, so Brian asked if there's a coil wire included with the wire set. With a 602 set, the answer to that is no, because the 602s normally have an HEI. If you want the one with the coil wire, all the lengths are the same. So you would go with a custom fit for a 604, and it'll have the coil wire in that package. Let's see, any other questions we've got here? Let's see. Question was, I think I asked this last week, but what's the horsepower gain over steel 4-blade fans? We haven't tested it directly. We haven't back-to-back tested that. So I actually don't have the answer. The answer to that is I don't know. We're really hoping to do some more testing over the winter time. Just it's been a busy year, so and trying to get everything coordinated. But that is one of our hopes is to. I really would love to do a video where we back-to-back test like the 2-blade fan, 4-blade steel fan, then go over to the race fan and do 2, 3s, 4s. Even going into the Jones fans, the Hustler fans, where we've got 3-blade fans there in 15, 17, 18, and 19-inch diameters. So it would be really interesting to, at the end of that, to see how those fans all stack up with one another. There we go. I've got this. I love this. Crates for life. Love it. And I love the Walker air filters. Awesome. Great. Actually, there was a story I wanted to tell you guys too. And I just had this really cool experience over the weekend being at that PPMS. And I was up there for the Rush late models. Of course, it was the Pittsburgher 100 this weekend with the Lucas Oil cars. But I was there for the Bill Hendra Memorial Race, the crates with Rush, the Rush Racing Series. And it was a 2-day event. So they had all the qualifying on Friday night. And on that night, they had also decided to put together a race for the guys who had never won a race before. I'm not going to get through this, I swear. I can't even describe to you how amazing it was to see somebody win their first race ever. And anyway, sorry, I can't get through this. It was so incredible. I was so glad to be there. As Crate Insider, I had said that I would put $100 to the winner. And I have never been happier to hand over a $100 bill in my life. That was really cool. And what I want to say about that, or the reason I want to talk about it, because obviously it impacted my life. And it's, you guys are out there every single week, working your tails off. And sometimes, for what? Really, and I can't even imagine the frustration that goes with showing up every week and not necessarily winning. And the true joy of seeing that hard work pay off. But man, I would love to see that happen at more tracks. And I'm not talking about some participation trophy here. That's not what I'm saying at all. There were 16 cars in that field. That was a race. It was truly a race. And it was just so cool. It was just incredible. I just wanted to share that with you. There's a picture on Crate Insider that I posted with Chuck Medved, who was the winner of that race. And, maybe just go over there and like that photo or something. That would make me feel good. But anyway, so the point of that, I don't know what the point of that was. It was such a cool experience. Those are the moments in racing that just make everything else worth it. And make all the bitching go aside. Just that's what it's for, is when all of your hard work and you put heart and soul into these race cars, and to see it pay off. And I just think that's really wonderful. And I just love to see that, obviously, for more people. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stop crying over here, and I'm going to find a winner over here. Oh, so in case you didn't know, what we're winning this week is our Crate Insider white t-shirt. We're so excited about these white t-shirts. Something I probably should have come out with earlier in the summer here. So let's see here. And so let me get some questions here, and then I'll come back to the comments. So question would be, will you start to carry products for sprint cars running crates? Absolutely. I just need to know more about what you guys need. A lot of the bolt-ons are the same. Of course, I do have the engine, because with the sprint cars, in order to keep it a sealed engine, I've worked with Pace, and we've got the engine where it's got the spud on the back of it for the sprint cars, the 602s. And if there's more of the products, as I get more into that, I'm definitely willing to expand that line and really, help you guys for sure. Let's see here. Can you get the coil wire for 602 in the set? Honestly, just order the 604 set. It's exactly the same. The only difference between the two is the 604 set has the coil wire. The 602 set doesn't. Everything else is identical. Even the price is identical. So just order the custom fit set for a 604. It's going to work perfectly good on your 602, and it'll have the coil wire. There we go. And thank you. Here we go. Let's see. Yeah, and the reason I don't need that most of the time, the 602s, the ones that need a coil wire are ones that are running like an MSD distributor, whereas the ones that are running the standard GM HEI, they don't need a coil wire because they've got an HEI distributor. That's what it is. Love this. That's the passion that drives us all. Absolutely. Oh, and thank you so much for the compliment that I'm great for the sport. 602 here can run any ignition system, any carb. Great. If that's the case, then I would go with either the MSD or the fast distributor. Both of those are on my website. And any carb, if that's the case, I'd definitely go with a 4-barrel, and great stuff. So, okay. All right. Let me get back to my numbers over here because I do a random number generator. I don't want to keep you guys on here all day. All right. So we've got number 59. So Steve K. Black. So Steve, you are a winner. You just won a Crate Insider white t-shirt. So if you could, please just send me a private message with your address and the size that you would like, and then I will get that sent out to you. In the meantime, I want to thank each and every single one of you for being here, for watching the show, for adding your comments and your questions. I'm incredibly grateful for each and every one of you that's here, and I will look forward to seeing you next Tuesday at 2 o'clock Eastern for Top 5 Tuesday.